All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Tay Star, and welcome to Save and Manifesting. This is very impromptu. I was up today getting some stuff done, um, laundry and stuff. And so I decided, um, I redid my eyelashes today. Eyelashes by May Hug, which was one of my success stories, I think. And a couple of my last couple of videos, I talked about that and how that happened. Um, and so, yeah, I decided to do a video. And today I'm going to be talking about how manifesting is as easy as this. A manifestation is so easy. It's not hard. I think that because there are different people who interpret manifestation in many different ways. You have all of these different philosophies and techniques and methods and theories about manifestation. But manifestation is as simple as deciding what you want and repetitively telling yourself that you already have what it is that you want. And the more you repeat that you already have the thing that you want, uh, it's going to become evident, right? And so I say this all the time. The word manifest means to make plain, right? To make something evident, to make it in plain sight, right? To take something that's invisible and making it visible. With manifestation, you're not creating anything because creation is already finished. So let's say you want a job, right? And right now you identify as somebody who's unemployed. At the moment where you decide what it is that you want, what type of job do you want? What type of company do you want to work for? How much money do you want to make? What do you want the schedule to be like? Um, what type of benefits do you want to come with that? What do you want to be doing? Like at the point where you decide what you want, your desire is not being created. It's already created. It's just going to be made evident. Um, because creation is done. So whatever you want, whatever you can come up with in your imagination that already exist, um, it's just kind of being you're kind of coming into a reality of yours that already exists, just kind of more detail by detail. But just like you're in a current reality where you may be unemployed, there is a reality where you are employed in the position that you want to be in. It's just about choosing to identify with that reality and assuming that reality until it manifests and becomes in plain sight in your life. Okay. So it's as simple as deciding, you know what, I'm tired of not having a job and saying, this is the type of job I want. Once you decide that that's the type of job you want, you say, thank you. I already have this job. And you hold that, you repeat that to yourself, you think in alignment with that um, until it manifests. And it doesn't have to take long. It doesn't take long. Manifestation is instant. The moment that you identify with something different than the reality that you're in now, you already have it. You already have it. And if you cannot believe that you already have it, then tell yourself that it's coming. I have this job. Thank you for this job. Thank you that I'm getting ready to get this job. Thank you that this job is coming to me or my deodorant. At least I got on deodorant, okay? Um, but you know, you just want to identify with what it is that you want, um, and tell yourself that you already have it. So, like with an example, my job, right? I have a 9 to 5. Um, and the type of job I have right now, I asked for it, and I got it. Down to like details. Like I really do have the job that I asked for. But I started repeating that I don't do anything for money. I don't do anything at work. I started saying I get paid to exist. I don't do nothing at work. I clock in and I don't do anything. Um, I literally don't do anything at work. I don't do anything. Now it's just like a natural thought, like, oh, when it comes to my job, girl, I don't do nothing. People call me, they be like, yeah, you at work, right? Not doing nothing. I'm just watching TV and now I'm not doing anything because I don't do anything at work. I have made that an affirmation enough, and affirmations are just thoughts that you think repetitively. It's just a thought that you affirm, right? You just you persist in, like, it's a thought that you continue to repeat over and over again. It's just your thoughts. So I have affirmed that belief um long enough that now I don't do nothing at work. I literally don't do anything at work. And if you hear that and you think, oh, that's lazy, that's that's just what you think. But in my life, I don't work for money. Money just falls out the sky and it lands in my lap. Money just comes to me. I don't have to do anything for money, including working. I don't have to work. And I heard someone say, I was watching this interview of a man who he didn't win a lottery. Oh, he made millions of dollars in crypto, but he believes in manifestation. So I was watching that interview, and one of his affirmations is that before he started making millions from crypto and trading and everything, he said that he started telling himself that he'll never work for another man ever. Like he'll never work for anyone ever. And I was like, oh my God, I need to start saying that. I need to start saying that. Like, you know what? I'll never have to work another day in my life. Like I will never have to work. I'll never have another 9 to 5, another day in my life. Another one of my affirmations is I'll never have another car note. I know people who buy cars in cash like it's nothing. And I'm just realizing like, oh, I can be the same type of person. Like I don't have to pay no car note. I will never have another car note another day in my life. Like those things are what makes those things beliefs is just continuing to repeat them. So when it comes to manifestation, it's not about the techniques, it's not about nothing. I'm telling you, take all of the complication out of it. You want to be in a relationship. When I was ready to be in a relationship, no, when I got tired of being single, because I can't even say I was ready to be in a relationship, even though I still ended up like getting what I wanted. It wasn't until I was in it that I realized like, um, there's more to just wanting what you want. But when I was tired of being single and I decided I wanted to date, like I wanted to date somebody who paid for everything and I wanted this whole experience with dating. I literally one day was like, you know what? No, I'm tired of being single. I'm gonna go from being single to being in a relationship. And I remember every morning I woke up, I would pray, read the Bible, and I would say my affirmations. And I would just say, God, thank you for my new job. Thank you for my new apartment. And thank you that I'm going from being single to being in a relationship. Not only did I end up dating, but I ended up dating someone that I've always wanted to date. And it was the greatest experience like I've ever had. Um, so yeah, you can literally have everything you want. You just have to persist in telling yourself that you already have it. When I wanted to move from living in Indiana to anywhere, I didn't know I would end up in New York, but I just wanted to be anywhere but where I was. I got up one day and I said, you know what, I'm moving. I had no money. I didn't know how I was going to move with what I was making in that job position that I had at that time. But I told myself, I'm moving. I'm moving from this place to this place in the summer months. And I end up moving to New York in the summer months. By August, I was celebrating my birthday upstate in New York by myself. So you can have literally what you want. You just have to decide what you want. And when you decide what you want, make 1 or 2 affirmations. Or that's another thing. When it comes to manifestation, there are no rules to this. You can literally make your own rules. So I'm going to tell you, I would suggest to make 1 or 2 affirmations that are straight to the point. Straight to the point. So let's say you want to manifest a specific person and y'all are in no contact, right? You can literally say, I'm sorry, I just want to clean that. You can literally say, um, it can be as simple as me and so and so are in contact every day. They talk to me every day, period. And just say that every day. Oh, they're talking to me every day. They always talk to me. We always talking. We're best friends. I'm his little sister. That's my big brother. I'm his girlfriend. That's my guy. Like we're married. Like whatever. Like just get straight to the point. Affirmations that are simple enough for you to remember and think. constantly, day in and day out, all day. You don't have to say them out loud, but you can say them out loud. If you're in a situation like if you're at work, at your desk, and you work with the public or whatever, you can't really be, talking to yourself out loud, or you can and you just don't care. But, you can say them out loud, or you can just think these thoughts like, you know what? We're always in contact. We're always in contact. We talk every day. We talk every day. You want to raise on your job. Getting a raise, honey. I am now making this much this amount of money at my job. I got a raise from my job. Oh my God, my job gave me a raise. Isn't it wonderful? My job gave me a raise. Why did my job give me a raise? Like, just think those things that you want all day long. Think it as much as you possibly can. And I promise you, you will look up and your world is going to reflect the thoughts that you think. I can give y'all so many examples. Another example, when I first got into my apartment, it's nice. My apartment is nice. But when I first got here, they had a little issues. They had little issues. Now, I'm not going to tell you what, but they had little problems. And I literally would walk through my apartment and be like, you know what? My apartment is so nice. My apartment is so luxurious. Like, I don't have these problems. The problems that came with my apartment, like, I don't have these problems. Next thing I know, the problem was gone. It wasn't even a problem no more because I focused on what I was saying and what I was affirming and not what was in front of me. That's another thing when it comes to if you said, okay, if I decide what I want and I tell myself over and over again, the next tip is to not worry about. I'm not going to tell you to ignore, but let's say you are affirming for a raise at work, right? And so you're like, I got a raise. I got a raise. I got a raise. Oh my God, I got a raise. But you look at your check and it's still the same that it's being. What you don't want to do is look at your check amount and be like, this ain't working. Like I've been saying I got a raise, but I ain't got no raise, T. Tell you what a raise at. Like, I ain't got no raise. No, you need to look at your check amount and look at that and keep saying, I got a raise because your circumstances have to reflect or show you what your affirmations are. So, for example, your brain has something in the back of your noggin. Um, there's like this group of neurons or whatever, and it's called the reticular activating system. And so, because your subconscious mind is always listening, right? It's the job of your reticular activating system and your subconscious mind to prove you right, to prove whatever you say right, whatever you assume, whatever you believe, whatever you focus on. It's your subconscious mind and your reticular activating systems. It's your brain's job to prove you right, no matter what you say. So whether that's, I'm still making the same amount of money, or whether that's I got a raise, it's your brain's job, the more that you focus on whatever, to just prove you right. Okay. So I think my last video was on why circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter because number one, they can always change. Number two, your circumstances are going to always reflect what you believe to be true or what you focus on or what you repeat to yourself. So whatever you tell yourself over and over again, your bank account is going to show you whatever you say about it, whatever you say to it. So if you're saying I got a raise, and you get you get paid again and it's still the same, you don't want to feel like what you're saying isn't working. You want to continue to say what you're saying until your check shows you got a raise. Like you almost want to expect for your check to tell you got a raise. And so the way to expect that is, when it's payday, whatever you see, just be like, oh, I got a raise. Like whatever. Because the more you say I got a raise, you're gonna look one day and you're gonna have a raise. Even if it's just a few cents, right? If you have a specific amount of what you want the raise to be, you just continue to affirm that you got a raise until you see it. And when you start to see movement, you don't stop and be like, man, I got a 25-cent raise. Like, what is this? Right? You just want to be like, oh my God, it's working. Like I really do have a raise. And you keep saying that, you keep affirming that until you get to where it is that you want to get to. And then even after you get to your goal, your desire, you don't want to stop affirming because now these are your thoughts. Like you want them to be natural thoughts. Maybe you start saying, you know what, I make so much money from my job, or I got a promotion, or money, my paycheck just keeps steadily increasing while my workload is decreasing, right? I don't believe in working harder for money. So I do. I expect more money for less work. Yes, I do. In my world, yes, I do. Um, so the point is decide what you want, affirm, get one or two affirmations that are direct, that imply that you already have what it is that you want to have. And then 3 is to repeat it until you see it. Did you hear me? Repeat it until you see it. You heard what I said? Repeat it until you see it. It's the bottom line. Don't nothing else matter. If it ain't your manifestation, it don't matter. If it ain't your manifestation, then keep you just need to keep affirming. That's it. Just affirm anyway. I've heard Goat Manifesting say this. I've heard Sammy Ingram say this. Affirm anyway. Okay. Affirm anyway. Decide what you want. Make your affirmations and affirm anyway. All right. See ya.